Hey, what's up you guys? This is Junior Trader and let's take a look at in this video semiconductors as usual in the morning. So that is Nvidia, AMD, SMCI, ARM, Broadcom and Micron. So it's a bit of a disappointing day on the price action, or at least, well, across the board, but especially on Nvidia because seemed like that price action was looking very strong today, going in today, I mean, yesterday when we talked about it. Unfortunately, yeah, Nvidia couldn't hold above 118 area, and you can see now if you look at it on the daily interval, whatever move it made yesterday. Let's go to the hourly interval. That was it. Pre-market, it opened, sold off, right, and tried to rebound, but just is selling off. And once you see that we have a lower pivot already and we lost that 118 together with the 20 hours moving average, that definitely at least is a dip, or in other words I'll call it a pullback as well for now. Why so? So let's go back to the daily interval. So yeah, losing this $118 today again is a problem. But when I say problem in the overall structure, but I'm still willing to give Nvidia a benefit here just because of the price action that I talked about of potential inverted head and shoulder, and just because this buying candle was strong enough. But we'll have to take a look at the hourly interval for price action and those levels. But anyways, yeah, below 118 was definitely not the continuation to the upside. So as for position management, if any desire of the play was, well, technically when the market opened, things weren't conforming to the upside, but for let's say any reason, if you took a long play yesterday, that, well, yeah, yesterday that we talked about as things were building up until 118, and if you had some still partial position running up here, once we break below again 118, you should have taken out your position, period. There is no point in holding on to that position right now unless we see some confirmation of this pullback completing itself, and I'll take a look at with you guys on hourly interval in just a second. And if for any reason any position was taken above 118, the stop loss has to be below 118 because we are seeing a rejection of 20 and 50 days moving average. We lost 118 area, that's the structural area, and so that means the overall bullish structure is not there, and that particular type of play is just not in the play right now. And also we have right now at least a lower pivot here on the hourly interval on Nvidia, and we also lost 220 hours moving average. In other words, in this falling candle, in this losing 118, it's the zone of if any positions were taken down here and some partial profits were taken here, you were holding remaining, you should just get out with the remaining here as per the principles of trading. And this was the zone of the stop loss as well, as I talked about. Now I did talk about I'm willing to give it 100 and the zone of 115 area to 117, a plank board. That plank board is not in play because the cushion, in other words, because it's a flush candle, it's not just a little bit of a pullback. This was that 115 area pullback, the little bit of a plank or the cushion that I talked about yesterday of $115 level that happened in the pre-market. We got a rebound, it's over, it's completed. Now it's just the next leg with the lower pivot. Influence has completed of that level area of 115 zone as I talked about, and then it's the next candle has just taken out that as well pivot, right? So what from here? As I said, I'm still willing to give Nvidia this just as a pullback zone for the reason that this 111 is what I talked about. If Nvidia can still stay above through these pullbacks, let's say downtrend above 111, technically you can still try to play the pullbacks to the upside. Now it's trying to find some support just above 50 hours moving average. Is this strong enough? Well, so here are the things why I'm saying, first of all, 111 zone, and if we lose 111, then it's just sitting on the sideline and seeing if something happens at 106. But The reason I'm saying 111 for the reasons that a potential of inverted head and shoulder after this strong move. But for that, it's important that this is the zone. Nvidia shows us that price action, and accordingly, you can have a stop loss on the other side. But let's go to the 5 minutes. But so right now, I'm still seeing a slip to the downside. I'm still seeing a continuous downtrend, not necessarily any. Yeah, right now, not seeing any upside here, guys. So yeah, it's not looking good, to be honest. All right, so um, yeah, like on 5 minutes, this is not even a pivot forming right now. It's sort of, if it doesn't come down lower and breaks above 115, some upside may continue, but otherwise, let's see where it consolidates here. It's at 50 hours moving average, close to 111, but right now the pivots haven't formed, the double bottom hasn't formed, like higher pivots hasn't formed here, double bottom hasn't formed here. Right now it's in a free fall. So just saying, but yeah, that's the read on Nvidia right now. Until 111, I'm still willing to give it some benefit here, just for the reason of the how the price action is looking like. But uh, try to trade small, and just stay intraday and respect the levels, and as levels have broken, yeah, it's broken, right? So we are again selling off today. We'll see how things happens by the end of the day, and then we'll take a look at. But you have the levels to watch, what you are looking for, and below 111, that's a problem again. AMD, 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 AMD. So nope, it just gave up. So this today 145, these were the two zones, right? 141 and 145. Once we lose 141, it's just not a long play, period, and we are continuing in the downtrend. So after earnings, rejected below 200 days moving average, continuing lower, is not able to hold on to those levels, right, and still maintaining below 200 hours moving average as well. Lower highs are also confirming. This was the last line of defense, guys. 141 and 15 cents for the bulls. Losing this is a downtrend, which you already knew. It's unfortunate to see because things were looking really good, and I was, well, at least until 141, right? It's all based off of the levels and the price action for me. So yeah, 141, we lost it. It's done. So now what from here? Well, right now there's no structure to the upside. This pretty much 141 now becomes an area of just a rebound if that happens, but it's just in the downtrend. It's not going to change structure on this right now. So yeah, yeah, right now I'm not seeing any sign of it for any upside. Yeah, so it may just continue lower. We'll see. If it can regain 141 right away, like by tomorrow, without breaking further lower, some hope may come again. Otherwise, no. Yeah, it's looking very deep red right now. SMCI, selling off today, but staying above 200 days moving average. So, but it's not a bullish play. As I said, that was the play to the short side until 200 days moving average. Right now, I just want to stay on the sideline. Another big play would be if we lose 200 days moving average. Otherwise, right now I'm though not seeing a strong confirmation to the upside. If I take you to the hourly interval, yeah, it's just consolidating here. What I would suggest as a, if you are looking as a bull, so this was the area. Yesterday we got a bounce here, 692. That was it. And this is why rebounds are tough to trade, because you just don't know how high the rebound would come because you're trading against the trend of the downtrend. And yeah, now we have lost 692. Yeah, I would just stay on the sideline. I would let it now first get above 200 hours moving average, at least on hourly interval, before playing any bullish play. And also, if it can stay above 200 days moving average, then that's the game on this one. Otherwise, no. Right now I'm just not seeing a bullish structure on this here. So ARM post earnings, we knew it sold off yesterday, and I talked about that. Usually we'll see a follow through. We are seeing a follow through on ARM today. It's selling off. Rebounds, as I talked about, if any rebound comes, most likely it will be shorted back again through the levels like 135. If it gets there, In the pre-market, we got there, sold off. Now this is the zone you are watching, 120 area, the blue box. But right now there's just no structure to the upside. Structure is still to the downside on this thing, rejecting level by level. You can see precisely at our significant levels. And if you need access to my indicators, links are in the description below. And yeah, right now, yeah, this blue box is of interest, but it's only of interest if the price action shows a support here. But that's why it's of interest, because this is where you are watching the price action. But yeah, right now it's in the full-on downtrend as well. Not seeing any strength here on this. So it's a waiting game for a bull. And as a bear, I mean, you already had these plays ongoing. I already have given you all these plays. So it's just take profits in the extensions, partial profits at least, right? Broadcom. So Broadcom is an interesting one as well. Now, yes, structure was turned bullish, and this is the thing, guys. This week there's just so many earnings happening left and right. It's such a volatile week that it's gonna give these pains, because price makes moves in the post market or due to earnings on some stocks, and then the next day there's just no leg to it, right? And so this week is definitely a volatile week. If you want to not trade earnings week, that's great as well. You know, it just keeps you away from uncertainty. But yeah, this was the level 156 and 52 cents area. We again unfortunately lost it. So structure is not in that bullish territory. Again, we had to hold 156 and 28 cents to stay in the bullish structure. At least right now we are not, and on the overall structure and on the hourly interval as well, we have a lower pivot here. So we are downtrending in the intraday as well so far. So yeah, let's see if 50-hour moving average does something to it. If it does, and if it can get above 156 area again, 156 and 40 cents area or so, then some again likelihood may come to the upside. But you're watching for that price action support to build at 50 hours moving average area. This is the zone of consolidation as well. So Micron, another deep fall today. So let's go to the daily interval first. So this thing is coming back again to 200 days moving average, and as I have been saying, that was the play, our short play, down from the losing that blue box to 200 days moving average. Now, as I have been saying, to stay on the sideline. The next big move is definitely below 200 days moving average, but right now, well, if it has to consolidate here and then we see a level break to the upside, then some bullish play would come. Otherwise, right now, no, just stay on the sideline. You can still selling off at 200 hours moving average. So when you are in the downtrend already, you can just, when the rebounds happen, if you want to trade intraday, you can trade those. But whenever we get to these, significant levels like 200 hours moving average, lower pivots are forming, losing 20 moving average, again, it's an intraday short continuation as well to the downside. Next big move is below 200 days moving average though, but yes, stay on the sideline if you are a bull, because there is no strong confirmation. And if you're a bear, you already had this play. Take profits here. The next play for the bears may be more again below 200 days moving average once we lose that. Alright guys, well that's it for this video, and if you found it helpful, valuable, please hit the like, subscribe. I'll be doing QQ and SPY with tech stocks as well today later. But just to show you real quick, SPY is selling off after getting into the blue box. I'll talk about it as I said in the other video. But SPY still has a potential to turn things around, and QQ, as I said yesterday as well, it was little bit changing structure, but it wasn't fully out of these hanging pivots, 473 and 82 cents, and it's selling off today there underneath of those areas still. So the only thing can save QQ is if it can form a pivot here and then break level to the upside. Otherwise, no. But yeah, I'll talk about it more in the other videos. And then Tesla, you already know, is selling off as well today. Again, another video will be coming out on that. All right, I'll see you in the next videos, guys. Take care. Bye.